10 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Boom Esports turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Boom Esports turn Radiant to pick. Team pick.
Points away.
Radiant team pick. Queen of Pain. Boom Esports turn to pick.
Treant Protector.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Spectre. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Boom Esports, turn to ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Boom Esports, turn to ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Boom Esports, turn to pick.
Phantom Assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Tide Hunter.
You may now select your heroes. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Prepare for battle.
Black Huff Fun. Sex Nova. I don't think we have anything out of the order. Starting items. That is a new tipping eye. Also made like a smoke, not a smoke from walking into the enemy territory looking for something.
Thirty seconds to battle.
Queen of Pain did get a small buff, right? She got like 2 extra attack damage at the start of the game. And I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes, but it does make a difference. Right-clicking damage in the mid lane is a huge deal. Every single bit of it helps. They're gonna get triple runes here on Unity Gaming. Not necessarily the biggest of deals and was kind of stolen right now by the Train Protector. But it's still extra gold for the team, so potential is there. Will probably mean a slightly earlier bottle for Queen of Pain. I'm not sure how much it's gonna change the matchup. I don't think it's a matchup that Queen of Pain really suffers or struggles in. But all in all, I don't think it's gonna be that impactful. Top lane, not me. Going for a Raise Band for now. I'm just really interested about his build and whether he actually goes for Radiance. Because it feels like the item, right? The item of the patch. It got cheaper. It's still as strong as it used to be. And it got significantly cheaper. And it was already pretty decent. I don't think it was bad. And it got like a 350 gold decrease. And lost 5 damage. But you don't build Radiance for right-click damage. And in the context of like 60 bonus, 5 damage is mostly irrelevant, honestly. So I do hope they go for Radiance. Battle Fury is a little bit less expensive, actually. 600 gold is expensive, but they are now kind of in the same ballpark category, right? And Radiance does increase your farming speed substantially. Maybe is there a way to tone down the Maelstrom to provide alternatives? That's a pretty smart move, actually. Spin. Snowball used. They will try to make FBZ slightly safer, but I think he's dead. Yeah, he's really, really dead. MKS going forward. One more Stefan Dagger. No more Blink Strike is going to be enough. Oh, they're going to leave the kill for the Treant. Not a fan of it, honestly. I mean, as MKS, you probably want every single bit of gold you can get. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. Kapash is also struggling in the middle lane. Being pressured slightly. But First Blood is going the way of Unity. And it was on Treant. I would say it's a big win. This is just a win. It's a moderately sized victory for the side of Unity. Imagine like Phantom Assassin getting 200 extra gold at the start of the game on top of the kill. So like extra 300 that just propels her so much forward into Battle Fury timings. And Battle Fury timing in this game for MKS is everything. He is going to be stronger carry compared to Spectre in the late game, at least when it comes to man fighting her or like woman fighting her, I guess. Top lane, they will kill Green Protector pretty quickly. Not a lot of troubles dealing with that Treant. Doesn't have regeneration, so maybe it was calculated. Wants to replenish its resources. Doesn't have a lot of mana to work with anyways. And it's not like Phantom Assassin is being too pressured here. But yeah, Phantom Assassin should be able to go 1v1 against Spectre in the late game regardless, because of the shard, because of her naturally higher damage output. So she's not necessarily like a harder carry, she's just good against Spectre. She can't actually kill Spectre free. So that's the biggest problem for Spectre.
Amazing what you'll find laying
But
around.
if Spectre gets like a super early Radiance and just starts accelerating into Aghanims, into Scotty, into, well, maybe Bloodthorn in this game could be justified because of the miss factor. If she gets to that, I do think that tempo play is very much possible. And they're kind of a team that really likes playing tempo usually, right?
Dire's structures are fortified.
Bottom lane. Once again, a bit of aggression here, but MPS he has a lot of resources. So does Tusk and Tidehunter as well. I think they should have a lot of resources just because of the Stipend Dagger. It's a spammable ability, so you essentially get 15 mana every time the enemy
Radiant's
uses.
middle tower is under attack.
Everyone just is mostly gonna be fine. Was going the way of Unity, but now that the Kraken Shell is available, I don't think MVZ is that easy. Actually, Treant might be in a bit of trouble, taking a lot of damage, but Nature's Grasp is gonna be saving him. It's really hard to follow into both tower range and the Nature's Grasp. They'll go Natsumi. Can he escape here? He's trying to jog around the trees. Will it actually be successful? Surprisingly slow. So, despite being pushed by the trees... Oh, that was a mistake to have by Natsumi. Helios just going in with a Fade Bolt, getting a quick and easy pick off without any kind of trouble. That's really unfortunate. But, you know, this is Spectre. Not sure she's supposed to die in lane, but she does have the best of supports to help her out. This is a kind of an aggressive play. It will pay off later on probably, but not now, not quite yet. Zephyr, bottom lane, will go down slightly, but will also survive. And at the 5-minute mark, we're seeing that Unity Gaming are mostly ahead on their cores, and they're doing really well in supports as well. So, a bit of an advantage, but it's not too high.
Good.
And they're kind of supposed to probably get away with the better laning stage. I don't know what timings Boom have, honestly. This Mirana position 5 with no points in Sacred Arrow is a little bit confusing. I think no points in Sacred Arrow is a nice play. It's a like, unless you're going for kills, this just gives you more value, right, per mana. It gives you more value in terms of damage if you connect both Star Storms on an enemy. But it does prevent you from rotating mid, it does prevent you from going for kills, but it's not like you have setup for the mid lane. They did ban Ember Spirit themselves, if I recall correctly. Yopash will get the room. Zephyr though, he's in some trouble, using Snowball to get to a different position, but I still think he's dead. I don't think he gets away from here. Can get a courier here. Oh, he used tag team. I think he gets a courier. Tries to deny himself to the courier, but won't be successful in that regard.
Regeneration.
So regen is used. Yopash trying to get some farm up here. Is mostly in recovery mode. His mid lane didn't go all that well. I don't think it went badly, right? It didn't go bad. It's just not as great. But it's a tough ask. As this Queen of Pain, she was buffed, and she is already a pretty strong laner against all melee and most range carries as well. Range cores, I mean.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Zephyr gets Nature's Grasp, but will be able to disengage fully. They know that something is happening. They know that Pango is off the map right now on Unity. So they are just checking multiple angles of attack, just making sure that they don't really get caught off guard. Pango though, to his credit, he doesn't bother with ganking. He knows that there's a low probability play. He just farms up, gets some extra gold going his way, and actually manages to recover mostly from the laning stage. Natsumi. Double Raise Bands. He's not going Radiance, is he? It's probably gonna be like a Yasha and Manta style kind of build. I don't know. I honestly don't really know which one would be better. Oh, Yomash using his ultimate. Actually, no. Cancels that. He's going for Trees now. Yeah, he'll use it in the end, but he realizes he can't really do much against Court of Fate. Will box in the Street Protector. Phoenix has Blink, so I don't think he's in any kind of trouble, especially with the infused raindrops. Will just blink out after taking virtually no damage. Also healing up from the dagger, so... I'm not even sure who it favors, honestly. They did use the ultimate on Queen of Pain. She's actually pressuring this Pango a little bit, but I don't think she can actually kill him. Pango will just disengage, has full bottle, has mana to sustain himself, and will be a-okay. It's still a pretty tight game. Both teams just have carries that they want to get to the late game, and both teams are in a position to do so. Vector not showing us her quick buy. Still really interested, Natsumi. Any moment now. Oh, they see Phoenix. They will get him dangerously low, even with the infused raindrops. Will force out a blink dagger from him, and he'll just run away. But it was not the gank he was hoping for. At the same time, Phantom Assassin is surprisingly far away from the battlefield. Oh, she did buy the treads, right? Yeah, she bought the treads. Okay, that's flying out to her. So that makes sense. She's gonna get pressured though. FBZ has ultimate. They actually commit. Not sure about it. They will commit with Haunt. MKS tries for a blur, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. You don't even need to use the ultimate. Actually, oh, it's not gonna connect. MKS, he will survive, but now he's ready to turn. Not to be in a really bad position. Phoenix doesn't have his ultimate though. Neither does Treant Protector because he's level 5, so Phoenix has to run forward. He's looking for an angle, probably won't find it. Actually, there is now the counter initiation and an arrow, but it's a point blank arrow, so it lasts for long. And Sonic Wave is coming out. Cool, Sonic Wave is available. Task is dead already, so you don't really want to commit with it. You don't really want to use it. And FBZ, what a whiff on the ultimate. What a whiff on the Ravage. Not getting killed on MKS. They were really greedy, and then they were really well, I don't want to say like outplayed, but they kind of outplayed themselves, right? They wanted to save this Ravage for a higher priority fight. They wanted to save the Ravage for a bigger game, but because they did that, not only do they not get Phantom Assassin, but they also fully whip it and lose people in the process. They also contributed with Haunt, and yeah, that's not the position you want to be in at all. Game sound too low. Interesting. Are you sure? Like, can somebody reconfirm that? It's still a pause, right? So can do that. Get even 40. Music really coming through now. I do feed my cat. He's meowing because he just wants attention, not hungry. He's never hungry. He's actually a bit of... And the pause is over. I can keep talking about my cat. Actually, I think I can like take a game of Dota and just non-stop talk about my cat, and it's still gonna be interesting. Top lanes out, Yopash is forced to use at least Shield Crash to survive and kill some Spiderlings. Will disengage, not any problem for him at all. Going for the usual builds with the blades and everything.
Radiant's bottom
MKS
tower is under attack.
will be saved by the catapult. I'm not even sure that he was aiming for MKS, honestly. I think he was just, you know, wanting to get a kill catapult. FBZ being jumped though. They will go with Nation's Cloud, the slowest here. FBZ, he does not care about this Phantom Assassin at all, honestly. But in the meantime, top lane, they will use Sonic Wave to kill Pangolier. Not the best of games for Yopash on his Pango, not having fun. Will lose his life, will probably lose his top tower. At least in the bottom lane, they're trying for a trade, but it is problematic against living armor. Even after the nerfs, it's still pretty okay, right? MKS rotating mid, he wants to jump Zephyr. I don't think he gets a kill, he's mostly here for the creeps. He understands that defending this tower could be dangerous, so he's just going to a different direction.
Top
lane is gone, bottom lane still alive. Another small actually macro victory for the side of Unity Gaming. Boom are still keeping it together. Like, they're not losing by much. It's only a 1k gold lead going the way of Unity Gaming, so it's nothing too outside of the ordinary. And you're playing Spectre. You're supposed to be in a slightly under-favored position. As long as the Tango is struggling super hard. They're gonna jump Natsumi. with
Radiant
Swashbuckle and everything, but it's not gonna be enough damage. He will be forced to go out, so that's Hond in 12 seconds. Maybe they can go for a play off the back of that.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
So not only do they get a tower in the top, they also get a deny here. In the meantime, Hond is available. They can go for Helios. And oh, Helios, nice usage of Swashbuckle, will clear himself out for a little bit, but it's not going to be enough to fully save him. They also come in with Moonlight Shadow, but it's not necessary. They don't really find anything extra. They will just use Hond to get a support kill. But I guess it could be worse, right?
Dire's middle tower.
At least they get a kill this time around. Last time they tried for something like that, they didn't get a kill on KS. They actually lost their support in the process. So this is probably better. Some flicker in here. This is weird position for the blood. Okay. This patch, I mean, I like that we finally have a new hero. I like that there are some changes to the game, but you know what, some pretty interesting and pretty unexpected. Like, those bugs are weird, right? Why would balance changes make it so that the visual effects on Phantom Assassin are now in a different position? Maybe it's okay, never mind. I don't know anything about coding, so I can't really talk about that. Irving.
Dire are scanning.
Phoenix is in position. Oh, Stolen Pond, they will just try to steal him. Won't be able to do it immediately, but will ultimately be successful. Actually, no. Yopash going out of here with a Rolling Thunder, and Zephyr trying for TP. His TP will be cut short with a Fate Bolt, but at least they save Yopash. At least they save their mid lane, who is struggling as it is. Has his Diffusal Blade at least, finally. Still, less than 1k gold differential. It's still not lost, but it's getting harder and harder. The Stolen Haunt immediately into telekinesis. That was a really ballsy play that almost worked out. I mean, it did work out. They almost got 2 kills, but they got at least 1 kill off the back of that. So, and Zephyr here just bailing his teammate out of a really bad spot, honestly. Mid lane will be pressured. I think Irving and Spiderlings should be able to finish off this tower pretty quickly. MBC is on the protection duty, but he is killable. He's very much killable. Slow. They won't try for co-op. She's just gonna blink out. So, fine.
What sort of
Precious
prize
bounty.
is this?
Shadows, take us.
Blade Mail, was it gonna be enough to save him? No. Actually, MKS doesn't even feel him all that much. He was hitting into Blade Mail and didn't mind because he has Phantom Strike with Lifesteal. And I think with limited armor as well, the damage is reflected as physical regardless. So the end result is that MKS doesn't even bother that much. That's why I wanted to see Radiance, honestly, guys. Like, Radiance is, well, it's more expensive.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Even the announcer says Radiance. He's actually saying Radiance middle tower is under attack. But, you know, I want to see Radiance. Treant will die, though. It's going to be a quick and easy pick off. A rotation, though, from Irving. He can try for something here. Has mech. Has the whole Guardian Greaves, actually.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He is a decent team fighting support slash utility hero right now. Rubik with a Stolen Spectral Dagger will just clear the wave, get some mana back. All in all, they should be able to keep this tower alive. And as long as it's alive, it can be healed up by limit armor when Treant Protector returns. Because the armor might have been nerfed, but the regeneration is still very much a thing, right? Like, it's gonna be pretty important. They will be able to get into goal. Now, in the meantime, they do find good at Fate. Can they actually do something with Phoenix? Oh, he will be clipped by the Rolling Thunder, and that means he does get stunned up. Doesn't get a chance to blink out. Now Yopash is on top of Irving. It doesn't have a slow. He already used Diffusal Blade, so Irving will be able to disengage. But it's still a pretty huge kill, because they did commit with a Haunt, they did commit with the Rolling Thunder, but I feel like you kind of, I mean, What else are you gonna do with those abilities? Not use them to save them for like for TI or something? No. And they did get value out of it. Pretty high value as well. Extra gold going the way of Spectre. They should do something with the power threats, honestly. I don't need to know that they switched power threats 12 times. Actually, I do need to know that it's really freaking impressive. But, you know. Okay, never mind. I think it's really impressive. The fact that he kind of switched it, and I'm pretty sure every single time he switched it, it was for a reason, right? MKS is just because that kind of player. Oh, now he's gonna be switching Vampraise and power threats. Just look at him, ignore me and keep his people's gifts.
Dire are scanning.
Perfect. Will take away the bounty rune just in front of FBZ. He's not happy about it. I mean, it's 63 gold for each. It's 400 gold across the board, almost. Oh, they will see Mirana, Exlova, even with Moonlight Shadow, I'm sorry, and will still be cut down. EA now with half of her Desolator ready. Being a little bit greedy here, honestly, but I'm absolutely fine with it. You can get away with it. You don't really need to be KB here. It's not like you're forced into this items this early.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, mid lane, they go for a Ravage. They will unlock Phoenix, but not long enough. He's trying for a swashbuckle kill, but he will miss on Yopaj. And now Irving, he is ready to fight. Yopaj doesn't have his ultimate anymore. He will be cut down by Sonic Wave. And Phoenix, he is getting back from almost that. MPS is cleaning house, and it's going to be 3 kills going the way of Team Unity. And straight into Roshan they go. They will be able to take it pretty quickly, I would assume, because MKS has most of his Desolator. I think it should be fine. Oh no, okay, he has like 2 so it's gonna be a little bit longer than I assumed, but it's still gonna be pretty quick. Second life for MKS. But you now have Aghanim Scepter on Spectre. So that will be a difference maker. They will go for Haunt. They will find the biggest of kills, honestly. But again, they didn't really use much for it. Maybe it's okay. Broodmother going for a race pack, surprisingly. I mean, I like the item. I still think it's great. It's an item that deals with physical damage, but it's not going to help you against Desolate. It's probably not going to help you against magical damage coming in from Pango, magical damage coming in from Nirvana. Actually, Swashbuckle is physical, right? Yeah, it is physical. So it's going to get reduced. Means the enemy team, they are, I would say, 50% physical, 60% physical. So essentially, Race Pact is active as it used to be. Well, as effective as it used to be, and it was broken AF. Honestly, this item was so good. It's still pretty good.
Got
Some stacks going for Spectre.
Shadows take us.
I'm so surprised it didn't go Radiance. I was so hopeful for this item to make a comeback. Maybe it's still too slow, you know. You buy Radiance, let's say 17 minutes. Okay, they see MKS. It's key target. They are flicking in. MKS will be stunned once and will be cut down. They're trying to do something here with Stream Protector, but also they're just getting prepared for a kill on MKS after he's gonna jump out. They will go for on. Sonic Wave will stop your back for a little bit. They can't really go for, oh no, they can go for a nice the Ravage onto 3. They find them, just clipping them barely, but they still clip them and they will clean house because of it. It was almost out of range once again, but FBC, he doesn't make the same mistake twice. Need pressure a little bit, but should be safe. I don't think they can really go for this tree and for this Titan Hunter without their biggest carry, who lost to life essentially. Oh, that is why Desolator is usually a great build, right? Because it's so punishable. You don't have it BKB, while enemy already has some of the bigger items, can be a big difference maker. A jump out by Phoenix. I think the situation mostly resolved itself, but what a huge victory for the side of Boom Esports. They find a lot of kills. Spectre doing so much damage in this fight, making sure that they stabilize the game enough to feel, I don't want to say too comfortable. I still feel like they don't really want to go late in this one, but considerably more comfortable than they were a couple of minutes ago when the enemy took Roshan away. Yes, EC mini pump is available. They're trying for it, but they won't find him. We'll find Tree and Zone, so they're just gonna be hunting other heroes. That's the proper approach, right? We know that PA is a hard kill. We know that you don't have currently you don't have the big ultimates to deal with her, to lock down her long enough. So what do? You kill everyone else. You just desynchronize the enemy so they cannot go group up and go forward. Yopash will miss Irving.
An easy shot.
And Spectre can always join. Well, not always, but in like 13 seconds she will be able to join. Almost has her Manta style halfway to it, so that means she should have Yasha. Yasha is pretty big. Gosh. Will not be caught off guard. Rubik does have magic, does have Force Stab for some cheap initiations if he wants to, but highly unlikely. Irving will force X Nova to use Moonlight Shadow. MPS fighting with the Illusions. Illusions chasing Helios, but it's not going to be enough. But it's going to be enough for Yopash. He finds Rubik in the backlines. They will also find second support. It's going to be a double kill for this Pangos. They will also see Phoenix have vision over him. Won't commit for a deep dive. Will instead just replenish their resources, get back into this tempo, into this rhythm of finding a quick pick off and roll it off the back of that. So that's how they want to approach fights. They don't even use the big bad ultimate in Ravage here, right? They don't want to a real team fight. They want a quick pick off, abusing the Shadow Step into a fight that is already favors to them because of the Miracle advantage. I think it can work up until a point. Up until Phantom Assassin gets BKB, up until she gets her shard. Because when she has those two items, she's just gonna jump you. Like, you try to jump her support, she's gonna be no, and jump you. And maybe you kill the support. Maybe you even kill Brute Mother. But Phantom Assassin, she should be able to kill anyone else in return. The damage coming out from this PA at level 18 with BKB and shard is gonna be insane. She breaks Pressure Shelf, breaks Dispersion. She will not be able to save her Rubik, so Irving is trying hard for that, but it's pretty unlikely. Actually, they will get him into a better position. He's being killed up, and Wolver's Punch has been stolen. They're going for Zephyr. Zephyr will be blown up. Oh, but now they go for the Ravage. Now they want to find a fight. They see MKS, armor off the mark, and MKS trying to jump out. Double star core for him, but it's not enough damage. Everyone is still alive somehow. Onside of GNT Gaming, Chase continues to push out of a good position into a really bad one, but will use Rollup to be safe. Helios also steals Rollup, will survive for a little bit longer because of it, but it's not going to be enough. And Irving now, he was seen. He is going to be cut down, but not before they kill X-Nova. Jumping from Natsumi, that's another Shadow Step used by Spectre, and they will trade 3 for 2 with not the highest priority targets down, but I mean, they can't complain really. BKB though, it's ready on MKS. That's a big item. Oh, that's the first 3 quarters of the big item. Now he just needs Aghanim Shard, and then he is ready to rumble. I think he can just jump Spectre of a single fight and kill him before you even get a chance to react. They need a safe item with Spectre as soon as possible. They will have Greaves in about 400 gold for this Mirana. That's a big difference maker. Not to me. Also actually has Dragon Scale for some extra armor, so it's not like he's just gonna be dying quickly. It's just not gonna be that easy for him. Maybe Elven Tunic could be a better item actually. Dodging some of the hits, having extra movement speed.
Amazing what you're
yourself in the
saying
weakness.
around.
Probably slightly better. Ravage, 50 seconds. Your push is bottom lane. They do see Phoenix. They commit. Oh, Phoenix uses.
Prize is mine.
Tries for blink out. Will not be able to blink out in time. They even use the Haunt. Can actually go for a kill here on. Okay, he decides against it. Never mind. Doesn't want to. He's afraid of Phantom Assassin for obvious reasons, right? No way. He didn't buy shard. No way. No, please. He wants to have Basher instead. Huh. I'm not a big fan of that. Okay, maybe he thinks next Roshan they take it for free, right? But then see if it should be okay. Urek lockdown, he go for the home. And now is it gonna be a lockdown? No, then yes, will use BKB and get out of here. Stolen shards can prevent something, but he's already rolling and they absolutely hating. They see Yobash going forward, can go for another blink in a second. Not blink, the shield crash idiot. Will catch him in the air, but it's gonna be enough to take by MKS. He's BKB last, and MKS will probably be cut down in his own base. Yeah, he's dead. They're chasing with a snowball to Phoenix, but I don't think they kill Phoenix, but they do kill Irving. Irving should be dying soon. Tusk TP's out. And then Nova just love tapping him in his face a little
Radiant's
bit here.
middle tower is under attack.
This game, why does 24 damage seem better to you than freaking? That is like you use Fan of Knives on, let's say, Knife Hunter. He loses this, so it is already 70 extra damage on top of 16% of everyone just getting this in terms of max health damage as pure HP losing, right? It's insane to me that he goes for that as opposed to Shard. And now since they're gonna lose Aegis, and we'll lose the jump. That was a naive jump. He really wanted to take it from the Roshan, I guess, but now the Shard is on Spectre. She will have some extra. She'll have some extra Spectral Daggers flying out whenever she fights. And Phantom Assassin, I still think they can win. Like this is a game where 10k, it matters. It matters quite a lot, but it's not insurmountable. I still think that there is a chance that Unity make a comeback. If this ever goes late, if it ever continues for like another 10 minutes and Phantom Assassin gets her freaking Basher and gets her Shard finally, I think that there is a play here where they can just blow people up quickly. The problem is they have to wait out the stages. They have to survive through it. Phoenix being chased. Not to me. Using a lot of his abilities, well, settle down for a kill on Phoenix while everyone is trying to disengage, but he won't be able to. MKS now applies break to Spectre, but it's too late, buddy. You know, like you don't have the fight in you anymore. MKS will be body blocked a little bit. They're going with the Rolling Thunder. Oh, they even commit with the overthrow, so it should be okay. Yes, he's not going to be cut down. And the pushing power of Boom Esports, it's kind of non-existent, right? Who is their strongest pushing hero? I don't even know, honestly. They don't really have. So they probably will be maybe take tier straight in the mid lane, but that's about it.
Radiant's middle tower.
But they still get forced to fight, and not to me. Now he buys the Radiance. Huh. He buys Radiance. Interesting.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Stop saying Radiance announcer. Huh. Is it a saying? Like, mean, you can always disassemble it for Butterfly and Nullifier later on. Nullifier is kind of okay against Phantom Assassin. I do believe that Phantom Strike is dispellable, right? So if you keep Nullifier on DA,
Under attack. Allies.
she will feel it. MKS will be scared a little bit, but should be okay. Becker is just toying with him. Lane, Zephyr, he is... What?
Radiant's
down as
bottom
well.
tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Jump in. Brilliant. They don't hard commit for now. FBZ is in position to initiate. Oh, they break. They break Randall. He's taking a lot of damage, but now can they have to do something here? The jump in is impossible. MKS has BKB activated, so FBZ can't really turn it around. But MKS realizing that the BKB is running short, he will just TP out. Irving is not going to be so lucky. Can they see Trine? Can they find him? Doesn't look like it. Queen of Pain now has BKB of her own.
Radiant's top
lane.
tower is under attack.
Natsuni going forward is top net
Radiant's
worth.
top
16k
tower
gold
has
lead for Boom Esports. It looked so good for a moment there. Like, it looked pretty good. Dota Plus still loves Spectre, doesn't it? Like, it absolutely
Radiant's top tower
adores
is under
Spectre.
attack.
Even when Zali was on the side of Unity Gaming, it would give like 69% to Spectre draft. I don't know why. I mean, it is a good hero. Mid lane, they do find MKS. Oh, he's just dead. They don't even need to use Ravage. Ravage is still available. They will keep Phoenix in place for a little bit longer. Phoenix with his BKB should be able to jump away, but does it matter? Probably not. Like, you can blink out, your buildings can't. The pushing power on Boom Esports is just not. This is hilarious. They can just go in, fight you like superheroes, and then when they try to hit buildings, they look like kittens. Look at that.
Radiant's middle tower is under
35
attack.
minutes into the
Radiant's
game,
middle
and
tower
they take
has
20
fallen.
seconds to kill a tier 3 tower. I mean, it is used like under the effect of living armor, sure, but this is hilarious, honestly. So we are just going to find the kill on Rubik as well. Oh, nice double Ravage as well, because they can, they don't even need to be afraid of Rubik. Actually, triple Ravage, Irving was trying to hide inside his own throne, like a little spider he is. And it's going to be an ultra kill for the side of Boom,
Radiant's
and
middle
GG
tower is
is
under
called.
attack.
Will take this, and they will take it. The second draft, they will take it. And basically, it did look kind of iffy for a little bit, but then they just came into it, and the full stride was a Spectre finally getting her